Good afternoon. Today we are going to take a walk together and just chit chat. When I say we are, that means you and me. We're gonna go get our shoes on and we're gonna go take a walk outside. Whether you're outside or in the treadmill, this video is for you to move our body, for us to move our body. We're gonna talk about some deep stuff. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about everything. You can tell me your thoughts about everything. This is just like the lens of my life that I'm going to be sharing with you. We will be walking for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be talking to you for 15 minutes and you're gonna walk the 15 minutes back. But on the walk back, I want you to play your favorite music only. No bad vibes, no rap music, no cussing, but play something that's pure to your frequency. So get your shoes and get some water. Let's go.
All right, so we are out here. We're gonna get ready to walk. I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes here. And the topic of today is just going to be how to love yourself more efficiently. So whether you're in nature, like I am, we're already starting to walk, by the way. Timer starting now. Whether you're in nature or on the treadmill or just walking around, you know, your home or your neighborhood, I want you just to look around and just observe. Just observe. Observe the natural surroundings. And if you're on your treadmill, I'll give you something pretty to look at. All this green, it's just so beautiful. So let's put this phone up. So we're going to be talking about how to love yourself efficiently. The first thing that I would tell anybody who is trying to love themselves efficiently, and by the way, this advice is coming from somebody who's hated themselves. I used to hate myself. And I know hate is such a strong word and it's such a low vibrational word, but it's true. I used to. And now I've developed this bond with myself that nobody on God's green earth can deter. Nobody can break me from loving myself and the bond that I've created. So the first thing, I had to define what love is to me. And a lot of people can't do that nowadays. A lot of people think love is, money, purses, clothes. Money, purses, clothes. Like, that's not anything that you can take with you in this life. And that's personal. That's personally to me. Because I've had money. I still have money. I have clothes. I have nice clothes, actually. But throughout the times that I did have money and I did have clothes and all of this extra stuff, I did have purses and all the nice shoes, something was still missing. And I feel like, hello, hi, buddy, hi. Oh, he's kind of friendly, but I don't want to get bit. Okay, bye-bye. But throughout the times I had clothes and all of this extra stuff, there was something always missing. So I feel like people need to get specific and not superficial. They need to get deep, like super deep in what love, looks like. So define it yourself, because my definition of love is going to be different from yours. We are living two different lives, We're living two different lives. And we're experiencing two different things. However, I just happen to experience the joys of, or the happiness of love. And the happiness of clothes and cars and all of this extra stuff, but it doesn't do anything for me. What does something for me is the love I have for myself. So define what love looks like to you. Another thing I would tell somebody who is wanting to be intentional about loving themselves and on their journey to loving themselves, you have to stand up for yourself. And that's something I could not do. I used to be bullied all of the freaking time. All of the time. I was so bullied. I was bullied. I was bullied for my hair. I was bullied for my weight. People would put gum in my seats. In high school, it was almost like a movie. It was literally almost like a movie. I remember somebody put gum in my seats. Or these two guys, they put gum in my seat, in my seat. And I had on my favorite pair of pants and I wore it that day and I just loved my outfit, So I sat down and the two guys are like, hey, Kaylee, stand up, in front of the class. And I stood up, and boom, white piece of gum stuck to the chair on my jeans. And man, the way I started crying, because I have never stood up for myself until that point. Y'all, until that point, it doesn't need to go this extreme, but it was so bad. Until that point, I just kind of broke down, you know? I just kind of broke down and I lost it. And when I say I lost it, like, cops had to come in there. The school cops, okay, school cops. But I was just like, I was going berserk because I'm just like, I'm tired of it. And so you don't want to get to that point. You want to be able to stand up for yourself and let people know, hey, this isn't cool. No, you're not going to treat me like this. And it comes in schools, and this is for jobs. I'm a nurse. And so, yeah, I know what it means for people to walk all over you. And there was another situation, and I will never forget her. Her name was Sarah. And she was a lady that, you know, I was working with. Actually, she wasn't even on my shift. She was on night shift. And we were getting report. And at the hospital that I was working at, I had 7 patients. And that was fine for me because I'm used to having like 25. I come from a nursing home. So I'm used to having 25 patients and 30 patients. I was like, 7? Okay, cool. And then you look around, everybody else had about 4 patients. And Sarah said, Kaylee, no. I mean, I know you're used to this and this, but this isn't cool. You have 7 patients. Everybody has 4. You're going to be doing so much work. And I was like, but it's okay. And she said, no, that's not okay. She snatched that paper that they gave and they said, y'all need to switch this because this is not right. She said, Kaylee, you need to learn. She said, Kaylee, you need to learn how to stick up for yourself. From that point, I will never till this day let Sarah catch me not sticking up for myself. Never. Never. So it's so important to stick up for yourself. And for the people that don't stick up for themselves, it's going to be hard. It's going to be so freaking awkward. Because you're probably thinking like, who am I? Who am I to say this? I'm not going to even say it right. As long as you say something, say something. Okay, say something. Another way you can really be intentional or magnify the love that you have for yourself if you're on this journey. Stop caring about what people think. That's the rule of thumb. Stop caring about what people think. Because whether you like it or not, people are going to have their judgments every single day. Every single day, somebody is going to be thinking something of you, whether you like it or not. I mean, so what? It's their mind, you know? So what? So what if they think whatever they think? But it matters about, the only thing that matters is how you feel. How you feel literally means every single thing, you know? But we're so focused, especially in today's time, we're so focused on, you know, what does this person think of me? How many views am I going to get on this? X, Y, and Z, da, 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 da. Who cares? Who cares? And I feel like once you get to that point of who cares, life is like easygoing. So get to that point of who cares and let people think whatever they think. Let people talk about you, you know, because at the end of the day, it's your life. That's not theirs. You know what I'm saying? So get some balls, stand up for yourself. Don't care what people think about you. You know, it's getting hot outside. All right, we're already 9 minutes in. This is nice. This is really nice. Another thing that you can do to amplify your love for yourself is journal. Journal. And I talk about it all the time, but y'all, I promise, journaling really does help. Journaling helps because I feel like it's really like you are writing down the things that you won't say out loud. I mean, if that makes sense. You're writing down the things that you will not say out loud. And then you'll realize like, oh, this is really how I feel. And if you don't believe me, try it. If you don't believe me, try it. And there's a method of journaling where it's like you journal, but you don't pick up the pen. So it's like you keep writing, and you just don't pick up the pen. And that, oh my God. I have like 4 journals filled because of that. Because of that method. And I'll have to see what that method is called and probably edit it in this video. But yeah, you journal, you don't pick up the pen, you just keep writing. And then after like 5 seconds, you'll just continue to write and you won't even realize that you're not picking up the pen. Y'all, it's so peaceful to do that. But not even that it's peaceful, I really just connected with myself. I connected with a deeper part of myself that I didn't know that was there. You know, has that happened to you when you're like journaling and you're just like, oh shit, like, oh crap, I didn't know I felt that way. It's a beautiful thing. That's another way you can that's another way you can amplify, you know, the love that you have for yourself. And the last, or maybe not, I have like 5 minutes, but another thing that I'm going to tell you, another way to amplify the love that you have for yourself, or even to develop love that you have for yourself, you need to get rid of some of the friends that you have, believe it or not. And when I said that, you probably thought of a small group of people. You probably thought of 1 or 2 people, right? You need to get rid of those people that you thought about if you thought about somebody. Sorry to say it, but it's true. Sorry to say it, but it is so true. The amount of times I probably got rid of like 3 close friends of mine. And I realized that life is so much peaceful without them. No disrespect to them, but life is so much peaceful. I'm not worried about what's going on with them. I don't know if they're worried about what's going on with me. I hope they're not. I hope they're living their best life. But if life becomes peaceful when you let people go, that's a sign. That is a clear sign. That is a clear sign, clear as day. How many people have you let go? Whether it's boyfriends, husbands, friends. I'm specifically talking about friends though. But you have to let go of those ties. And especially the people that are in competition with you. I feel like there is literally no point. There's so many squirrels out today. Look at this. Look at this. So cute. But there's literally no reason why anybody should be in competition with you, especially if they are a friend. Especially if they're a friend. There's literally no reason whatsoever that they should be in competition with you. You should be able to be your truest self. So only surround yourself with people that allow you to be your most authentic self. Nonetheless, the moments you catch yourself forgetting who you are, you catch yourself acting like a different person, and you're just like, whoa, wait, hold on. You need to get rid of those people. Those people are tearing you down, and you probably don't even realize it. Even if it's friends from 10 years ago, even if it's friends from 5 years ago, sometimes you need to break away from those friendships in order to grow, in order to see your full potential. And it's not just friends. It's not just friends. It's jobs too. I just quit my job. And I just quit my job. In this economy? Yes, in this economy. I quit my job. I'm not about to stress out over a job. What do I look like? What do I look like stressing over a job? What do I look like stressing over some friends and friends that can't get it together? Heck no. Heck no. That's not going to be my life story. So yeah, you got to put yourself first. This is what I mean by putting yourself first. And all of this accumulates to love. All of this adds up to what love is. Putting yourself first, getting out of those jobs that don't serve you, getting out of those friendships that don't serve you. Stop caring about what other people are thinking of you. All of that is such a blessing. And it shows up in love. And God is like, when he sees that, man, when energy, when frequencies, whatever you believe in, when they start noticing that, man, it's like, okay, let me bless you. Let me bless you now. And honestly, I've been so blessed since I put myself first. God was willing to see. He's seen that I was willing to put myself first. And honestly, that's what we have to do sometimes. We have to put ourselves first, because if we don't, who is? Seriously, if we don't, who's going to put ourselves first? So it is so important to love yourself. It is so important to love yourself. Never stop loving yourself. Use these ways to implement ways to love yourself. I see that I reached the 15-minute mark. I'm going to put you down right here. You can take a break if you want. If you want to keep walking, you can. Bad lighting over here, y'all. Time's up! Ah, man, that was such a good walk. 15 minutes, and now you are going to do the 15 minutes back. Okay, remember, on this walk, going back, I want you to listen to something high vibrational. Okay, high vibrational. Do not put on rap music. Rap music in 2025 is low vibrational. Okay, it's low vibrational. Now, there's some rap music that will, stimulate some of your chakras, but we're not talking about that. No, we're putting on some classical music. We're putting on another good podcast if you want. Okay, do something. Put on something that will really resonate with your soul. Okay, awesome job today. I hope you guys just enjoyed this video, because I know I did. I'm going to do this more often before it gets cold. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.